What's up, guys? This is the Rifleman, and I am recording this for the third time because I've had 2 crash to desktops in this battle, considering there's not much going on. Here we go, back into the fray. But the idea is to destroy the 2 infantry units that are coming in to reinforce, and then destroy the main army. In the last episode, I left things in the hands of the auto-resolve gods, and it went really badly, so... What I'm going to do, what I'm tempted to do, is if I can take this territory, use it to make peace, because I'm already at war with their allies. Ally singular, the Safavid Empire. But I want to... If I see if I can make peace, like my army will teleport back to my land, and then I can work on reinforcing, reconstituting, then declaring war. Because if I'm already at war with their allies, I can declare war on them again whenever I want. There might be a diplomatic penalty to that, but eventually we're going to get to a point where we are the Maratha Empire. We do not care about allies. So we know their reinforcements are coming in. Previously I was kind of like, oh, I don't know where they're coming in. I deployed a bit conservatively, but now I know exactly where they are. So deploy a good chunk of my army to face the enemy down. That mortars seem to aim at this cavalry unit, so I'm going to... Okay, so getting my guns hit their horse archers. Reinforcements are there. It's just 2 infantry units. So if I bring my cavalry up, we can overwhelm and destroy them. I'd like to kill them completely, if we can. Well, they don't get their volley in. They do get their volley in. Ooh, they get a lot of kills. You men kill that unit, or try to at least. You men kill that unit, or try to. So ideally we'll kill these units and they'll disappear on the campaign map. Not doing a good job at killing them apparently. Yeah, they are going to escape because everybody's running up to the line here. We're not going to get everybody. Yeah. Interesting option there. Yeah, one of my cav units routed. I mean, understandably, they were brought down a lot. And the volley that got put into them was enough to do a lot of damage. And they're close enough to the red line. They're not coming back. Still, we don't really need them for the fight. Yeah, look at that. Hey, gunners, how are you doing? Killing their cavalry. Not a terrible job, down to 68. Over here we've got light archers. We could probably try and pick them off individually while the foot artillery keeps pounding the horse archers. No wonder they're not doing super great then. He's not even reloading. Okay. Moving up. Ironically, it's the opposite side to where my melee troops are. So I'm going to start moving my line up. Move my melee troops up the other flank. Onto the other flank. Picking at their cavalry. It's only a pair of small archer units. To be honest, 3 cavalry units is probably a bit of a... it is overkill. But it will provide such overwhelming force. Even one unit's got them both wavering, let alone when the others come in. Just make them shatter. We're not trying to destroy them completely. I want to get within range to start doing some damage with my musket. Both shattered. Excellent. Regroup. They're part of the garrison, so we don't have to kill them. Armed citizenry are getting ready to place stakes, which is going to have an influence in my operation, but I'm just going to have to whip around here. Place stakes. Not a bad move by the AI. What about over here? Stakes over here, do you? Infantry line. Advance at speed. General, move up. Get right up close to them. Second set of stakes is going down, is it? Oh, they're starting to charge in. Armed citizenry versus my Hindu warriors. I like my Hindu warriors' odds. Not if you guys keep shooting them. Hit the Hindu, hit the locals. Yes, armed citizenry getting chopped apart. Artillery still keep engaging the horse archers. No, be good, be good. Okay. Up. A couple of units run straight through the stakes the correct direction. Artillery. Good to be able to get some good shots on them here in the open ground. Ceasefire. Lancers move in and get him. Charge on into the next infantry unit. Have a bow full of this, you swine. Excellent. No, don't do that. Stakes. Stakes are a thing. No. These are plenty. Deal with these. Kentucky. Musketeers, excellent. Garrison has been shattered. You don't have to continue because the only armies on the map that matter are destroyed. So let's see if this works. Usually if the AI... I mean, I remember doing this sort of thing with Mysore, where you take a chunk, make peace, take a chunk, make peace. Eventually, you've got so much strength, you're like, right, I've got enough troops in the field now. I don't have to stop. I can just keep pushing. I can backfill garrisons to protect my rear areas. I've not got to make peace. But because, well, I'll check. Mughals used to only have one ally, because Mysore are no longer their allies. So, if we can do that... Okay. They're destroyed. Territory is ours. If I say, okay, and we can trade, so let's do this a moment. Only at war with the Safavids, only allied with the Safavids, who we're already at war with, so we don't really care. Try and... Peace and trade, even better, will make us that much stronger. So, who do you want to trade with? Let's pick... Austria's a major country, I think. Excellent. Just the one trading partner. Okay, so now our army that was trapped back behind our lines. Replenishing this army. Let's repair the barracks. Start replenishing this army. It works really well actually, because then this force is geared up to move on to attack in Calcutta. There's a couple of armies. Actually, I think they got teleported out. Nice. Couple of armies here. Going to... You go. Well, yeah, with these two armies, we can blitz and take Ahmedabad, Udaipur. This force can move east against Cuttack. Then we can start backfilling with reinforcements. In terms of tech, 2 turns till we get canister shot, which will be useful. We don't have much artillery, but what we do have is, you know, canisters are really good. Is a really good capability to have. After this, we'll go straight on to square formation, because we want to... I mean, square is such an easy defense for infantry against cavalry, particularly in this mod, it seems, because the enemy makes a lot of cavalry all the time. So square is really useful. Not so much in the Indian nations. I think I think we, as the Marathas, are making a lot more cavalry than the Mughals. They clearly don't have square. But we're roughly getting about 5-6 grand a turn, which is roughly the same as what we were earning as the Ottoman Empire for a lot bigger piece of land with a lot more threats. So once we deal with the Mughals, obviously we're going to spin around and attack Mysore, Portugal, and then the Dutch as well, where we will attack Ceylon. But ultimately, once we've got the riches of India, those things are going to be much more achievable than if we do them now. 6 grand, we've got a tea plantation built, more trade, good stuff. This army, you've got only 2 cavalry. You want another 2 cavalry units and you're effectively done, so you move up. And carry on replenishing. You are. Carry on replenishing as well. Pick up those. Afghan militia. What about Afghan? Native militia. You move. We'll need to have some sort of a garrison at Ahmadnagar, because if they drive south, they might come for our bigger cities. But we've got 2 armies here, really. One could take Udaipur and knock them out. One can take Ahmedabad. I mean, there's a couple of armies floating around, but we can deal with them. Particularly if they're mostly light troops like this. Their economy is still struggling. -23, so they are still shrinking every turn right now. Get another musketeer unit to base the line. Okay. Yeah, get these armies replenished, rebuilt, in position, then start attacking. If we can take Cuttack to the east and Calcutta, those will be really, really good gets for us. Especially if we can swing that army west and get them campaigning again and not have to have them sat there doing garrison duty. We've got one on the British Isles because Scotland still exists. And until Scotland is captured, I don't think we've got to worry about... I don't think we've got to worry about British armies sailing and landing in our territories. We've still got a good amount of time to do some good work. Canister shot researched. Excellent. Now you go straight on to square formation. New roads and a college. Good stuff. Trade route being raided. That's fine.
Your Majesty. आपका विनम्र सेवक बिल्कुल
Troops are
तैयार.
moving out. Madnagar. Here, really.
सामने वालों, आगे बढ़ो.
Through a couple of units just to start to build up that garrison, but really it is here that we're...
सामने वालों, आगे बढ़ो. जवानों,
This would be big. If we could grab Cuttack and then spin around and attack Calcutta in short order, that'd be really useful. Get some better roads because we need to improve the infrastructure to improve our ability to campaign.
yes sir. बाईं ओर से आगे बढ़ो. जवानों, आगे बढ़ो. Your
You're going to have one gun, 1, 2, 3 cavalry units. You're gaining another gun and an LA unit.
बिल्कुल
Probably
तैयार.
do with... That will probably be it, really. You're good enough. Probably do with another artillery unit, but must. 1100. I don't think we can do anything with that, really. Except for upgrade the conservatorium. People are relatively happy as it is. Nothing else we can research. Suppose we may as well just bung it into another infantry unit.
और कोई आदेश?
Because every turn, our economy is growing, theirs is shrinking. There will be a time where they can overcome that, and they will have the ability to prevent the collapse of their economy. But we don't want to wait too long. You want to find a couple of their armies, annihilate them, just keep, and I mean properly annihilating them. Really do with some better cavalry, but we've not got the ability to build the buildings to do that. Right now it's lancers and light cavalry. I would like some heavier cavalry if I can get them. I can get elephants, but I won't be able to get them for a while. Gathering their strength. We are going to have to move on the Mughals before... It looks like they are gathering an army for amphibious attack. So we do need to make sure we fight them before they get those troops down here. Lots of light cavalry.
सर, आपके आदेश, योर मैजेस्टी. तैयार हैं. आदेश की प्रतीक्षा है.
go, go.
Your Majesty.
Oh, you're blocking the way.
आपका विनम्र
You get up to the border.
sir, आदेश
When you get joined by these cavalry, we go. Does mean to the south, want
जवानों आगे बढ़ो.
bolstering this garrison down here at Ahmadnagar. Something like that. Just one cavalry unit plus a bunch of infantry. And we've got two really strong armies here. I want to attack Udaipur, not because it's necessarily a critical territory to own, but because there's a lot of troops in here. Actual troops, not garrison troops. Because you may as well carry on recruiting at Ujjain on the front. We're getting two cavalry units. I'm going to recruit a cannon unit. It won't get to them, but when they're all ready to move, the guns will start moving up. But all the garrison troops to the south are meant to do is to act as a blocker for all those cavalry units. Right now, cavalry still does represent a significant threat to us. We've not got enough artillery to annihilate them, and our front line is still relatively weak against cavalry. They are aware. They do sus. Oh, oh, this is perfect. The Ahmadnagar garrison has also grown. So now both of those armies have both of those cities have got two large armies inside them. Basic roads in Berat. Yeah, look, they've got a good number of troops in them. So have they. Can't get to them in one turn. This is it.
आगे बढ़ो. अगले आदेश का
Time strike.
आगे बढ़ो. आपके आदेश, Your Majesty.
South. This force might evolve into an army. Not its focus. And next turn we go. They can go after Cuttack. There is a force of Bengal infantry there. Next turn we cook. If we can take Ahmedabad, Udaipur, and Cuttack, and then make peace again, one army can drive for Naroon, one drive for Akbarabad, one drive for Cuttack. I think that worked. I'm not going to spend any more money because we are at risk of spiraling into uncontrollable debt. So this investment is either for economic upgrades or it's for just act as a bit of a war chest. Even though both of those cities are now largely garrisoned, we've got the forces enough to overwhelm them and defeat them, and it means that we haven't got to chase them down and kill them. If they lose the city, all of those men are dead. They're gone. They're dead, taken prisoner, whatever. So it's a very advantageous position to be in. Let's just hope they don't leave this turn. If anything, hope they get a little bit stronger and they draw more troops from the countryside in. Yes? Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Our armies are good enough that we can just engulf them. Our income is crumbled now because our armies are so large in the field. But I'm hoping a little bit of an investment with a bit of a gamble, we can Look, both these are enormous field armies.
बिल्कुल तैयार
Can't quite get to them in one turn. If I get you onto this road,
आदेश
one turn you could go. I really want to get the timing right. I really want to get the, you know, boom, boom, boom in one turn.
सैनिकों रुको
Not going to wait for those guns. And ultimately, if we research square formation before this happens, the army to the south we can use to lure their cavalry out and engage us. Noting that we have that we'll have square formation. There'll be a limit to what they can do. Well, I want to be able to get at those cities in one turn, because then we can advance, destroy them before any counterattack comes in. So no armies from the southwest can come in and help. In theory, it looks like if we waited one extra turn, they won't get any garrison units. We don't really care about the couple of units that come in as a reinforcement. They'll be fine. Still. Okay, we've kind of bounced off the bottom and we're coming back up again. Because yeah, once we take out these two territories, this army here, these armies will look incredibly vulnerable. The dervishes are... I mean, obviously we are at risk from like Barabad moving south, but the idea is if we can take these two cities, one of these armies can move east again. We'll have one army here fighting, potentially backed up by this force from the south. Now we cook. We have no allies. We're already at war with their allies, so we don't care.
झंडा उठाओ
That's one city we've got under.
जारी
Make sure we get
टुकड़ियों को युद्ध के लिए तैयार
siege. I mean, yeah, it gives us bad odds. It's actually guns coming in to reinforce.
सुअर बाड़े में सड़ रहे हैं अब क्या
Now, might have this force coming in behind. That is less good. If we're attacked, we may have to withdraw.
प्रतीक्षा है
Knowing that we don't have the mobility, I guess we didn't have the guns, we could have reached it. Well, if these guys march north to attack us, we will pull out. And get a couple of units recruited. Let's go take Cuttack from the Mughal Empire. Then, once we've started taking control of more territories, we will start to dismantle barricades and then dismantle the barracks and replace them with civil administration to boost our tax. So wide. Many cavalrymen. Don't have enough melee infantry in this army, i.e. we currently have none. Run forward. Run. Infantry, on the other hand, advance. Caution. Cavalry advance with caution. Elephants move up. Big volley from the mortars. Who are they targeting? Infantry. Deal with that. Okay, cavalry on the left. They can run. We have an enemy archer opponent here. Take them out before the infantry get into position. Taking a few casualties due to bow fire. Then pursue them until they're dead. Well, not dead, just till they're shattered. Kill, kill, kill. Nice. Push forward. The general running forward. There we go. We're now within their firing position. Oh, the light archers, they can actually. Move you forward to intercept the musketeer. Okay, everybody now. Swarm, swarm, swarm. Attack pattern alpha. Don't give them a minute. They are completely engulfed. Get in here. It's this last musketeer unit. Beacon, steady. Enemy general has been killed. There we go. So we just gobbled them up like a white blood cell. Excellent. We are the cure. And depending on how clear this territory is, they may immediately start marching on Calcutta. We know there are two units to the north, but it's mainly the south. If the south is clear, then we will reinforce and then push north. If we take Calcutta, we take their center of production in the east. Nice, excellent. So, east is clear. Force we can leave because they'll deal with that in one turn. That will go down.
Your Majesty.
Push. See if we can scare them back to Calcutta. 725 income. I guess that's trade fluctuations coming in. On moving up, gunners. Okay, let's attack a diaper and hopefully do something very similar. Ahmednagar is going to be dicey, but if in one turn the army attacking Ahmednagar falls back, this army could swing down and take Ahmednagar, declare peace. Hopefully, actually, also getting Calcutta in the east, and then that's just slowly pushing them back and back and back. And at this point, we'll end up not needing to recruit that many more troops. we'll have 3 main armies in the field driving north, and that will probably be all we need. We might be able to send some armies flanking around to try and capture cities behind our back. For the most part, we'll... nice ground, but there's this clump of rock in the... May instead try and put them up here. Okay, no, they got pretty good coverage. I'm not going to advance through the town. Let's gather the troops. Do the same thing again. Except we're going to have melee troops on the flank as well as cavalry. The bulk of the cavalry biased towards opposite to where the city is. Looks like they are actually advancing. Oh, because their mortars can't shoot. Very interesting. In which case, do I... okay, I might actually bring my army over here. They're going to do us the honour of attacking it. We will let them. So that we can engage more freely in the open ground that suits my advantage. Sure looks like they're coming at us. You have to be careful of the dervishes. The dervishes are good. Actually, if we wanted to, we could. We try and get our guns in the line. Don't want everything. Get the guns in the line. Use a bit of canister shot. I think that would be a rippingly good idea. I hate the Islamic swordsmen, really. They are better. Excellent. Are doing some deployment. To be fair, actually. Right. Exact opposite plan has... have to storm forward because we can defeat them in detail. Because they have split their force. Destroy constituent parts. Well, I've made my infantry run. I probably don't want to do that immediately. We've got time. It's going to take a while for them to get into position. Artillery, focus on their cavalry. What I thought was going to be a rippingly good defensive attack again. Everybody run. Cavalry falling back to the intrigues. It looks like their general wants to have a go. Garde Musketeers, they must be feeling the pinch at the moment because In. Step to this. There are Islamic swordsmen. Charge them in the rear. Yeah, some of our troops are routing. Should be okay. Cavalry, commit. Tribesmen, Kizobashi cavalry are causing issues. Round and destroy them. The warriors are not fighting so well. General, push forward. Our cavalry's broken, it's fighting the general right now. Back of that Islamic swordsman. General, charge that Islamic swordsman unit. You all focus on that unit of dervishes. You men, get out of dodge. Kill that unit of dervishes or make them break. Can't break, can't commit, you can't decommit. Can't. No retreat, we stand and fight. Kill those armed citizenry. Round and destroy. Okay. Let's get an accounting of enemy general. Over here on the left. They're falling back to their own defenses now. Okay, I would wager that was not a stunning maneuver. Okay, let's move over and attack this flank of their attack. No, cavalry, do not advance. Anybody come back from anything? I think those two are pretty gone. You've come back. The artillery's coming up onto this high ground, so we do need to come up from the left and hit this ground first. Play troops. Good. They're just going to let us do this. We will mop up those guns with one of our cav units. General, get into position behind your men. Cavalry. Up onto the high ground, above the archers. Advance the line forward. The troops need to run because some of them are. Well, I suppose you don't all need to run. You can walk. You can run. Need to catch up. We give them another cavalry unit just in case, because these guys can pack a punch. There's their other gun team. Then it's this remaining block here. I limber my guns up and move them a bit closer forward. Yeah, there's 3 light archer teams. I'm going to want to have some mass. You're going to suck up the first bow shots, I'm afraid. If there are any. Few men hit their guns. These units just chase them down. Kill those guns. You're wavering, so you just recover. Excellent. 4. On you up on this high ground to negate their mortars. These cavalrymen go out wide. Cavalry unit, stronger unit. Stakes, what up for this? Okie dokie. Getting a bit cocky here. That last victory went so well. I was like, oh, this will be fine. Although realistically, they don't have to get that much closer. Start targeting those units back there. They certainly haven't got to get all the way up here. They are placing, so most of these guys are musket troops. They're not like the melee-focused force that we were up against before. Get you guys, I suppose technically here's better, because there's less trees in the way. Yeah, we've negated the value of their mortars. Just their infantry, of which they've got 4 units plus 2 light archers. That's the general unit, but I'd like a bit quicker to get out of it. If I can get my guns into position to start shooting at those tribesmen, it might force them to attack us. would be okay. I actually have to have my melee troops on the right fighting near the stakes. The cavalry force left in the open ground. Let everybody get their cohesion back. And our lines some. Mostly, it's just waiting for these guns to get into position. Might provoke them into the attack. Also might be able to snipe their general, JFK style. We could knock them out. Although this is a problem. He's bugged behind that tree. He's bugged behind that tree. Then the guns may never fire because the gun teams are not complete. These guys are back here. The guns won't fire, even if I unlimber them. Let them strap. Okay, no, they've come out. Okay. Okay, they're off balance. Move, 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 move. Move, move, move. They are not in position. God, we're actually going to get into a bit of a... General, engage those tribesmen. Artillery ceasefire. Cavalry needs to maneuver around these stakes. They do, we go. Asham's infantry they get charged by the Hindu warriors. The general staff's coming in. They're going to have a go at the light archers. Me General's bodyguard is routing. Push one unit on to help the general. Cavalry move on. Go for this unit. Lancers driving in. Spear points dipped. The lance points dipped. Excellent. Okay, phew. Oh, the enemy generals come back. Everybody who is in cavalry. Form the line. Form the line behind the stakes. Artillery, engage. It looks like they do just want to get into a shooting match with us. Or do they? Bob them. Artillery, ceasefire. Bog them down. General, get up here. Guys are wavering because they're being asked to run too much. Live with it. This is war. Maybe winning decisively, but you're bogged down. Viper light archers have come back. Because of the stakes, I can't really get my own cavalry mixed up in this. Oh, this has been a very, very, very messy action. There we go. So this army is going to be combat ineffective for a couple of turns until the replenishment starts. But at least that was a very large enemy force taken off of the campaign map. So I will take that. I think that is a reasonable trade. It will take me 2 turns to replenish this army. It will take them a lot longer. It might take me 3 turns, I suppose, because I'm probably not going to have the money to do all that in 1 turn. But I've got a couple of reinforcements to the east, which I can move up. And part of the idea is that troops will... Oh yeah, it's the fort around Maratha. So we lost... Killed twice as many as we lost. 2 grand is probably not going to be enough. No, nearly 5. Let's replenish. I don't want to make peace yet, because I do want to try for Calcutta next turn. You're not an inconsequential army down here. I imagine they're going to get attacked, at which point, like I said, I will withdraw. They might actually go for Rougian. They do. Rougian. Oh, bloody hell. Sorry, they might go for them instead. Which if they do, they do. If I can get Calcutta and Ahmadnagar to the west, even if it takes a lot of casualties, it will be worthwhile because we can replenish those casualties. The Mughals cannot. I am expecting that army in the west to be counterattacked. If they are not, I will be hugely surprised. Ottomans making merry with their ships, going out into the wide, wide world. Moving troops around. Okay, it looks like then they're going to attack us around Ahmedabad, which isn't bad. There's no reinforcements. But looking at the timer, I believe it's time to end the episode. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for more Maratha adventures. Cheers, everyone.